Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Wanted to pop in. Got a question. Can a man love two women? And we see this a lot. I believe it has always been the case, all of since the existence of human beings. I remember reading in the good book about, was it Rachel and Leah? Is that their name? That was with, maybe his name was Jacob. You remember the guy who worked for 7 years for the man's daughter, and then he got the looks challenged daughter, and he didn't want the looks challenged daughter. He wanted the daughter he thought was more pretty, so he had to work another 7 years to get the other daughter. Then he got both of the daughters. Then the daughters started fighting over who gonna give him a child first, and one of them couldn't produce, and then the other one could, and it went back and forth, and they went to competing. And so from early on, and that wasn't the beginning of mankind, but from early on there have been women fighting over men. And y'all didn't want to hear that, because what we also want to say is it's been men deceiving women, and you got men dealing with multiple women. I mentioned on a video before that men are typically so insecure or so selfish that men want a different woman for every aspect of life, for every human trait. And not literally, but when it comes to men, a lot of times the way a man's body works and the way a man's mind works, it can be one little thing that a man will want to sleep with a woman for. And so that one little thing could be her calves. Literally could be her calf muscles. This other woman is her glutes. This other woman is her breast. This other woman is the color of her eyes. This other woman is her hairstyle. Literally, this other woman is her skin complexion. That will turn the man on to the point that he wants to lie down with her. And so that has been the norm since the beginning of time for men. And because it has become so normal, and here's the thing, women see either their father do it, or they see their brother do it, or their male cousin, or their uncle. They see some man, or they see their boyfriend do it, or their husband do it. So women, as quiet as it's kept, have also been conditioned to believe that men have multiple women. I've had women tell me that they don't mind if their man cheats, that they expect their man to cheat. They expect the man to cheat, and they don't mind it as long as he is honest about it and he tells them that he's going to be cheating. And I'm like, wow. Now, some of those women could have told me that to make me feel comfortable. So just in case I was having an idea of cheating with them, they could have been saying it for that. I just can't imagine a human being actually being okay with that. But we know it exists. So it's out there. But let me help you understand something from a male perspective. See, to love someone, and this is what you have to understand, is different levels of love. Okay, I got on some shoes right now, and I love these shoes. I love these shoes. If I lost them, I'll be hurt. It'll take me a day or two to get over them. If I spill some coffee on them, I'll be hurt. Y'all love these shoes. I did not love them, but my wife liked them and made me buy them. And then after I wore them a couple times, I started to love them. Guess what? You can love your shoes. Okay? You can love. Now what about your dog or your cat? You're going to love your dog or your cat more than your shoes. Now you're going to love your child. Now you're going to love your child more than your dog or your cat. Now it's gonna come close now. For some of y'all, it's gonna come close now to where you gonna love that dog or that cat now by much as you love your child. For some of y'all, me, I'm not that type of person when it comes to animals. Okay, but some of y'all are. See, I'm painting a picture here so you understand levels of love versus going to the dictionary and then here go y'all educated. Well, technically, there are 4 types of love. You have ethos love. You have such and such love. We're not talking about all of that, okay? Because that's man-made too. Somebody made up those words. Somebody made up those definitions. That ain't what God, the creator of love, told you, okay? You got love and not love. So here where I'm coming from on this. So when you make it more plain, you love your shoes. You got a favorite shirt you love, or a dress you love, or some jeans you love. You love your animal, if you love animals, whatever animal that you might have. You love your child. You love your sibling, your brother, your sister. You love your mother, your father. You love your uncle, your auntie. You see what I mean? As you go through, you see different types of love. Now, as a man speaking, when it comes to love, we love the least. We love the least, but when we love the hardest. I'm gonna paint a picture for you. I was at my son's soccer game, and there was a little referee. And my son is typically in this soccer, he typically the only black boy on the field, and sometimes it's 2 of them. This particular game, it was 2 black boys on the field. I believe it's 11v11. So it's 22 boys on the field, 2 of them black. So the refs, we live in Florida, we in the South. I noticed this because I'm black. The whites and the Hispanics may not notice it. But the refs, whenever my son do something, oh my goodness, they go off. Hey, the next time you do that, it's a yellow card. But then as a young white boy could do something and he knocked somebody over, knocked their brains out 4-5 times before he even get a warning. But the moment my son do something, they all down his throat. I notice it, and I ain't being biased, but I sit and I be quiet. I don't say a word. Well, the parents going off on this referee, she mad. She done went and told the head ref. Then went and told the coach. The coach went and talked to them parents. So she mad. My son bodying up on the boy. The ball coming to the boy. My son behind him. You know, pushing on him, kind of on him. And then the ref called a foul on him. And my son was like, what? What in the world? And she was like, you were pushing him. You can't use your hands. You were pushing him. Don't argue with me. And so before I realized that I was out my chair, and you got the half field line right here. We sitting on this side of the half. The other team parents on the other side of the half. I done walked down to the other end of the field. And it was halftime, so the refs walked away. I done stood down there at the other end of the field till them refs walked back. When that ref walked back and she got back to that sideline, I walked up to her and I said, listen, ma'am, now don't let these parents behind you get under your skin to the point that you taking out on my son. And she's like, oh, I won't let them get to me. And I said, no, you ain't hear what I said. I said, you just took out your anger and frustration on my son. I said, you see number 17, that's my son. Watch your tone with him. You don't yell at a child. Now, this during the game. And so then the parent, she over there, why is he allowed to talk to you? I look at her because I could do what I want to do. You need to get down there on the other side. I say, man, you don't know who you talking to. Now, in my head, I said, man, you won't make it out that parking lot. Now, notice this now. While I'm down there, it's a bunch of men right there, all the dads. When I tell you, they was quiet as a church mouse. Because, see, men know men. A man know that if I'm talking to a woman, all I could do to that woman is talk to her. But he know if he say something to me, now it's smoke in the city. and saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, we'll sit the Holy Ghost right down beside us. Lord, hold on 1 second. I got to wear him out. And then I pick you back up, Holy Ghost. And that's how we are. So right there, because I love my son, and this is how I feel about my son, both of my sons, and my wife. I don't feel that same way about my mother and my father and my sister, but I love them. And here's the difference. My sister is not my choice. That just happened. So she's my sister. I don't get a choice about that. Whoever my parents lie down with to reproduce, that becomes my sibling. I don't get a choice about that. My parents, I don't get a choice about that. So it's a different type of love. You can love them just for the sake of that's your blood, but you didn't choose them. So your spouse, you choose your spouse. So you choosing to love this person. So this is not being forced on you. This is a conscious choice. Because a lot of people have parents that they don't love, that they don't even like, and they didn't get a choice about their parents. But when it comes to your spouse, you choose your spouse. When it comes to your children, you choose your children because you choose to lie down and reproduce, unless it happened a different way and it was through force. Now, through force, that's the only way you don't get to choose. And so that may be a different struggle. I can't speak to that. Only someone who has gone through that can speak to that. But for me, I chose to lie down with my wife and to reproduce. So I have 2 sons from one woman, and those my only 2 children. So guess what? About them right there, about them 3 right there, I will do life. I don't even tolerate a comment. There's so many people, I'll be talking about my wife, or I'll post, my son, or be talking about my son, somebody will say something out the way. I block them so fast. I post a picture of my son smiling. He was 12 and it wasn't time for his braces yet because he had round 1, but he had to wait till a certain period for round 2, and he had a tooth growing in, and he smiled, and a man came in the comments, about time for those bracelets. Block for those bracelets. Block that man so fast. I blocked him before I could say block. You hear me? Because this a child. What you doing as a grown, musty, sorry man? Boy, I'll slap your teeth out your mouth if I saw you in person. You saying it about a child. What if my son read this and you messing with his self-esteem? You see what I'm trying to tell you? When a man love hard when he love. And see, that's what y'all got to understand. When a man love, you seen the movie, A Time where the man daughter was violated, and the men was going to court, and he hid and he bust out. Same thing I do. I put it on everything I love. You hear me? You touch one of mine, you don't have to worry about judge and jury. You're gonna be carried by 6. Believe that. 100%. 100%. I say that with everything I love. And that's why the Lord protect us and keep us. Because he know his son when it's about that love. Now see me, myself personally, I can walk away. And you talk bad to me. That don't bother me. That don't hurt me. That don't. But about those that I love, it's a price to pay. It's a price to pay. You hear me? And so this is what I need you to understand about a man's love. And see, this is what a lot of women don't understand. See, when a man truly loves, he cannot hurt you. I can't hurt my wife intentionally. Now, if it hurt her feelings because I left the toilet seat up and she almost drowned, that is something that's unintentional. We had to have a conversation about that about a month ago. She had to tell me, can you put the toilet seat down? I'm like, baby, I'm sorry. I probably was just, super tired or something. I said, baby, forgive me. And then I said, well, baby, you adult. You can't put the toilet seat down if I left it up. I said, what's the issue now? Come on now. What we talking about, baby? What we talking about? You act like I put nails, like you sat on nails on the toilet seat. Now it's just a toilet seat up. Just let the toilet seat down. Your arms work. And so we talked about that, and I said, "No, babe, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be more mindful to put that down." She was like, "You used to ain't do this." I said, "I must have been real tired. I'm here doing these hour-long videos on YouTube, giving too much of myself." So guess what? When it come down to when a man love, you don't want to hurt your woman. That's the most hurt my woman gonna go through is me leaving the toilet seat up, or me leaving my plate on the table, me leaving a cup on the coffee table. Me leaving some drawers in the floor. That's the most hurt she gonna go through, and that ain't even hurt. You can't even call that hurt. But another woman texting her phone, calling her phone, her catching me cheating, her catching me on the text flirting, catching me in the DMs, all of that. I'm not gonna put her through that. I'm not gonna put her through that because I love her. And this is what you got to realize. When a man got two women, it's impossible for him to love both of them. Now, this what I tell y'all women. When you the other woman, he might cry if you die, but he don't love you. The singer at your funeral sounded like Jennifer Hudson and hit a note that made him think about his own demise. To be honest with you, a lot of times when men cry, it's really because they're thinking about their own plight. Just like when somebody passed away. In a lot of cases, a man is not crying as much about the person who passed away as he is thinking about his own demise, his own life, and other things that he's lost and suffered. And this his opportunity to cry because it's a safe place to cry at a funeral. But he really might be crying by his own pain, more so than the person that done passed. And then you'll see some men sit in a funeral and not cry. And it's somebody they know and love and not cry because they've become stonewall. They put a stone wall up to feelings. So this is what I need you to understand. If you talking to a man and he also talking to another woman and you in competition with that other woman, he don't love either one of y'all. He does not love either one of y'all. Both of y'all concubines. Both of you concubines. Both of you being used. Both of you is just depositories. You hear me? Buckets. What they call it? Buckets. You know the word that a man deposit into you? That bucket. I ain't trying to say all the words on here. That's how he see you. That's how he see you. That's how he using you. And whichever way you catching it, that's all he see you for as a bucket. To catch that what he's shooting. And other than that, you get hit by a truck. And he might not even shed a tear. He might, ooh, that hurt. Hey, you gonna pull through it, baby. You gonna pull through it. It just caught you on the left side. You gonna pull through it. Hey, just keep your head up. Just keep your head up. And then he going right on over there to her. And touching her and saying he touching her. He telling himself, I need to touch her because I feel bad for her. And so I need somewhere to let this out. Let this steam off. And that's what he'll go cheat in the name of your injury. Listen to me now. This your everyday man. I ain't talking about no special man. I'm not talking about just a grown boy. I'm talking about the men that you calling man. The men that you think a man will do this very thing to you. You hear me? So that's why it's hard enough to have a man to yourself. It's hard enough to have a man to yourself. Don't you ever in your life talk to a man who talking to other women. Ever in your life. You playing yourself like a fiddle. You playing yourself like Parker Brothers game boards. You hear me? Do not ever in your life compete for a man. As soon as you hear about another woman, pack your things and leave. And definitely, listen to what I'm telling you, definitely do not compete with the mother of his child. You can't compete with her because he have to walk away from her. If he's still entertaining her in a romantic way, in a way that he's sending mixed signals, in a way that they need to take family vacation just because they done had children together. So he say, well, I just want things to be somewhat normal for my children. And so we're going to go over here to the Bahamas, just so things are look normal for my children. But as soon as I get back, I'll be back over there to the house with you. And it's all about me and you, me and her. This just business. This just a business trip. Don't even look at it like that. This ain't even about her. This about the children. He lying through his teeth. He lying through every teeth, every taste bud. Listen to me. He gonna be over there in the Bahamas swimming in something other than water. You better hear what I'm telling you. Listen to me. Don't ever entertain a man who entertaining other women in any way, in any kind of way. If he got too many female friends, if it's too many women that's his friend, and he going out to the bar with them, they going out to Dave and Buster. Dave and Buster, send me a check. I just gave you a name drop. They going out to Dave and Buster. They going to all this. This just my friend. We've been friends since high school. Listen here. Unless you look at that woman and it turn your stomach, then something else getting ready to happen with that friend. And a lot of women who in that friend zone role don't believe it. Don't believe that. Because when I did that video about men and women can't be friends, it was a lot of women say, oh, that's not true. That's not true. I have male friends and they do not want anything with me. They do not cross any bounds. And they may be attracted to me, but it's about boundaries. And as long as you don't cross boundaries, then that does not mean anything. Guess what? That's not your friend. It just ain't time yet. He ain't found the right time yet. He see you still believe in friendships between men and women, so he know it's not time to try you yet. He need to let you get hurt a couple more times. He need to let your man hurt you or your next man dog you out a couple more times just to bring down your standards a little more. That's what he waiting on. Your standards still too high. Once you done got dogged out a couple more times, now he gonna be ready to pounce. That's not your friend. But see, a lot of women don't understand that. So if you dealing with a man and he got men with sense, men know. Men already know. We already know. I saw a man comment in this here on that can men and women be friends video. A man commented and he said, yeah, you right. And women look crazy, or get mad when I get distance from them when I get into a relationship. Why would a man say that these women getting mad when he pull back from them when he get in a relationship? Why, if men and women could be friends, why would he feel the need to pull away from these women, his female friends, when he get in a relationship? That's because men know. We know that we will touch you. Anything walking, that we will touch you. Men know that. What you got to understand is some men touching their family, their blood family. You hear me? If the same blood ain't even coursing through your veins, you will get touched. You will get touched. Believe me when I tell you this, okay? So if you even meet a man who got too many female friends, or even just one that he extremely close with, and if he make her known to you, see, a man with sense, if he like you and he intend on being with you and being faithful to you, then guess what? A man with sense, you gonna be the only woman in the world. He's not even gonna utter another woman's name. See, as men, when we love a woman, we don't even talk much about our mama or our sister, because we want you to feel like the only girl in the world. You the only woman. This your universe. You hear me? A man who love you, he really won't even be bringing up too much about his mama and his sister. You hear me? Trust me when I tell you this. So when you dealing with a man who still is friendly with a baby mama, ex-girlfriend, female friend, woman friend, however you want to word it, guess what? You're going to have some issues. You're going to have some issues. And a man cannot love two women at the same time. Now see, love, you could call it what it is. Some people just say there's no difference between love and in love. And that's a lie. Because love, according to the dictionary, a form of love can be described as a strong affection for, a strong liking of, a strong liking. So it's different levels of love. And we not getting into all y'all ethos and ergos and everybody else. We talking just about love. Now see, there's a difference between love and in love. Okay? Love is when, now see, for my sister, I love her. When I was younger, I would take a life for her, because at that time she was really the only woman in my life other than my mother. Now, my mother, I love her, but I wouldn't take a life for her. You know, I tried to stand up for her. Her and my daddy was arguing one time, and I tried to just jump in there. And with the way my daddy looked at me and the way he approached me, that's the last time I ever try to jump in something. So, mama, you on your own on this one, okay? I love you, but I love my dad too. So it was, you can't really pick sides. That was a hard situation. Now I have friends who have charges for attempted homicide on their mom boyfriend. Now that's different, because it's the boyfriend, that's not your dad. So you step up for your mom in a heartbeat. But when it's your dad and you love your mom and your dad equally, you kind of torn. Now, when it came to my sister, I remember going to get the strap to go deliver justice to a boyfriend, which had that played out, that could have been a homicide on behalf of my sister. And I don't even think she was thinking about what we was doing. But to glory be to God, the guy we went to get the scrap from just kind of laughed at us and was like, no, man, no, we can't do that. No, nah, y'all calm on down, Tony. And so nothing happened. Glory be to God, because I wouldn't be here today. I'd be behind bars or in the grave. And so that was my sister. Now at this point in my life, my sister, you on your own, God, because you grown. You grown. You got the knowledge. I'm out here giving out the knowledge. You don't even watch these videos. So if you don't want the knowledge, you on your own. So now it's my wife who is the one woman in my world. I love my mama and my sister. Give to them, bless them, take care of them, however I can. But I wouldn't risk my life, put my life on the line like that. I mean, like, go take a life. Now, I jump in front of a bullet. I jump in front of a car for them, give my life, but not take a life. See that? You see the difference? There's a difference in love. It's a difference in love and in love. So I would give my life for my sister, my mama, my daddy, but I would not take a life. But for my wife and my two sons, I will take a life. You see what I mean? See, most men won't or can't articulate this so that you can understand the difference between love and in love. So when you say, can a man love two women? When I say no, that's because I'm speaking about real love. But when I speak about just like the definition of love, a strong liking for, a strong affection for, then technically, yes, he can love. He can love two women, but he cannot be in love with two women. And he's not in love with either one of those women. So see, when he has two women and he gives to both of you, he'll sacrifice for both of you, he'll cry if you die, then guess what? Now he won't give his life and he won't take a life when he got more than one woman. Y'all just you I Nicole, you on your own. You on your own. If a man want to fight you at the mall, he gonna let you get whooped. You hear me? When you not the only one, he's gonna let you get whooped. If a man say something to my wife, he got to answer to me. He got to answer to me. And if he whoop me with them hands, I'm coming back with something else. You hear me? And that's because it's love. When a man don't love a woman, he gonna let you get whooped. So I want you to understand this. Unless he just love to fight. Unless he just a fighter, he love to fight. Now he might gonna take up for you even though he got more than you. But see, when it comes to in love takes up the entire heart. And this metaphorically speaking. But in love, when you are in love, you only have the capacity for that love, for that type of love. You see what I mean? So I cannot be in love with my children and somebody else's children. I could be in love with my children and love yours. Love yours. Give them $1 when I see them. Okay? I talk to the principal for them if they get in trouble. But I won't go to the extent for yours that I will for mine. Understand what I'm saying? So the same thing with a woman. I am in love with my wife. I'll take up for you. Now, I'm not going to throw no punch for you. Okay? I'm not going to take no punch for you. Now, I'll say something to the man. If he won't stop after that, it's crazy people in the world. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to call 911 really quick. But after that, that's between you and the Lord. Because you not my woman. Now, I care for you. I care for you. And there's some men who, they just want to be that kind of hero. Oh, God bless you. Me, it's a difference between love and in love. I love you because you're a child of God. But he died for you so that I wouldn't have to. But now he tell me to love my wife as Christ loved the church. He don't tell me to love any other woman as Christ loved the church. He tell me to love my neighbor as I love myself. So my wife, see, Christ died for the church. So I will die for my wife. Now for another woman, Jesus died for you. Okay? He died for you. And I'm going to call on him for you. Father, your daughter's in trouble. Please help her. In your name of Jesus. Amen. And the rest is between you and God. And the life you done live, the prayers you got stored up, and what you is due to reap. The good harvest or the bad harvest. You hear what I'm telling you? This is the difference between love and in love. And that's why I want y'all to understand you can never play with a man who is not in love with you. Don't ever deal with a man. When you find out this man ain't in love with you, run. Because he'll let you get hurt. He'll throw you to the wolves. He'll turn his back on you. He'll steal from you. Because what you have to realize is the stuff you see in movies, like the movie Paid in Full, when Rico killed Mitch. I think his name was that. That's real life. That's a real life story. That happened in real life. I just saw the man who did it. I saw the real Rico do an interview on YouTube. So this is what I need you to understand. That's the nature of man. When a man will take and kill his close friend, his comrade, somebody that he done got money with, somebody that he done been in the trenches with, done been in shootouts with against enemies, will take that man's life over some money. Over some money. That same type of man, that's the same man you laying down with. What you think he'll do to you? Where you think you protected at? Where you think he care about you at? Nowhere. Nowhere. So listen to me. I saw a quote that one time. It say it's either love or it isn't. There is no in between. There is no thin love. It's love or it isn't. And that's what you got to know and understand. That's what you got to realize. That if you dealing with this man, and let me make this clear to you. If you dealing with a man and you are not the only woman, you are not the only woman that he has put on this pedestal, and that you can sense that he is in love with you, meaning that he will cry for you, die for you, take a life for you. You need to have that type of feeling. Not that he ever gonna have to do any of that. But that if it came down to it, you feel he would. And if you don't get that feeling from this man, lace up your track shoes and take off running. Don't even stretch. Don't even stretch. If you dealing with a man and you got to get a text message from another woman, don't spend another day thinking about it, brewing over it. I don't care how many y'all done brought in the world together, how many assets you got to split, what you got to lose, what you got to give up. Go on about your business. Because if a man is not in love with you, he will hang you on the stake to burn. You hear me? He'll hang you out there to dry. What I mean by this is he will come home and deposit that HIV in you. HIV is HIV. He will come home and deposit syphilis, gonorrhea, trick, genital herpes, warts. He will deposit anything he contracts. He will come and deposit it in you because he's not in love with you. He does not really care for you because he's cut off that part of his heart. This is the same man that'll go to a funeral and not cry, even though the song is good. And I could be at a stranger funeral. When they go to sing it, I'm finna be crying. You hear me? I look at the people we see on television that we never met. And when they do them tributes, if you got a heart, you in tears. And so this is what I'm trying to tell you. When you dealing with a man that's not in love with you, and he has got to the point to where he okay juggling women, and this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm hearing about. And these everyday men. These is everyday men. These is doctors. These is school teachers. These engineers. These geniuses. These millionaires. These construction workers. I'm having conversations. I'm having coaching sessions about all these different men that got this woman and entertaining another woman, sleeping with two women at one time. And the crazy thing about it is the women be knowing about the other woman. And this what blow me. Y'all get on the phone with each other. Oh, well, he was with me last night. Oh, and then she over here. Well, excuse me, honey. He does not love you, and you need to know that. He and I have been together for 10 years. Oh, Well, that ain't what he said. He said he don't want to marry you. And he said that you are not the one. And he just with you out of convenience. Ma'am, you can believe what you want to believe, but I know what I have. And y'all on the phone. And when I tell you, if I had a dollar for every time I heard this, I could retire. You hear me? Y'all will get on the phone. Talk about it. Talk about it. Hang up the phone. And both of y'all still want them. This is what I'm trying to tell you. How? See, and y'all want men to hold themselves accountable on their own. Let me tell you, just think about, that's not even human nature. That's not even human nature. It ain't human nature for you. If your boss came to you and said, listen, I want to give you 6 months paid leave. You go, take off 6 months, and you will not miss a dime. Are you going to say to your boss, oh no, absolutely not. 6 months, no. The most I will take is 6 days, and I am going to be here. Them other 5 months, 3 weeks, and 1 day, you have me on your side. Is that what you're going to tell your boss? No. You're going to take whatever your boss willing to give you. You hear me? So this why it don't make no sense when y'all say, oh, well, men need to hold themselves accountable. So what I'm supposed to be? So I'm his mama now? Oh my goodness, Tony Gaskell, you and the other relationship coach get on my nerves. Y'all just want a woman to do everything. Oh, he can't take care of himself? He can't hold himself accountable? No, because you in the equation too. Now, if he was in the equation by himself, then yeah, he got to hold himself accountable. But when you'd have been brought into the equation, you have to have a level of accountability too. So if he don't hold himself accountable because he raised like a savage, do that mean you just all of a sudden become a savage? And say, well, I'm finna compete and fight and argue and go back and forth with this other woman for this sorry, no good man? Listen, if a man got 2 women, he not worth neither one of y'all. If a man got 2 women, he don't deserve either one of y'all. And this is what y'all do. The woman who been with him the longest feel like she got dibs. Well, we've been together 10 years. Okay. That's why you even more of a fool. Because if you done been with him 10 years and he cheating on you, you like the gum on the bottom of his shoe. If he don't love you after 10 years, if he cheating on you after 10 years, you was a slap fool for being with that man. Okay, this woman over here at least got an argument because they just been talking a year. They just been talking a year, 2 years. So he ain't even had time to really fall in love with her because he been having to deal with you. Because he been with you for 10 years. So she at least over here could say, well, of course he's not going to be in love with me. We don't even really know each other that well. So she could say that. But your butt, y'all been together 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 3 years, any amount of years. And this man cheating on you, you was a slap fool to be entertaining this man and to be on the phone dialoguing, diatribing, and conversing with another woman trying to argue about who he loved the most. Breaking news. He does not love you. Breaking news. He does not love you. You didn't hear me? Breaking news. We have breaking news. This just in. He does not love you. Listen to what I'm telling you. Because love won't let you do that. When you truly in love. When you truly in love. Now, he loved you like his favorite pair of socks. And that's why he changed you out every other day. Now, he wear you 4 times a week. But he got to change you out. That's what he doing with that other woman. So he with you 4 days out the week. But in the other 3 days, he touching her. So guess what? He love you like his favorite pair of socks. And you didn't want to hear that. But guess what? You deserve love. Don't let Cherie Gaskins be the only woman getting a whole man to herself. She ain't God's only daughter. She one of God's daughters. You God's daughter. So if God got a whole man for Cherie Gaskins, then he got a whole man for you. So why you settling for half a man? Why you settling for an old lying man? Why you settling for a man who's sleeping with other women? Because guess what? You patting yourself on the back. Oh, well, he sleeps with other women, but he tells me about it. I'm not in the dark. And this girlfriend got a girlfriend. So, ugh. You slap crazy. You slap crazy. Listen to me. You need to join the mental health movement. You need therapy. You need therapy. Okay, listen to me. You hurting. You are hurting. You have been violated. You have been abandoned. You have been dogged out. You have been mistreated. You are hurting and you are lost. You need therapy. This is not a joke. You need therapy. Listen to what I'm telling you. Your man has been abandoned by his father. He has been hurt. He is lost. So he bragging about sleeping with you and sleeping with other women, just the fact that all of y'all know. And then he could fix his mouth to say, I love my woman. Just because I'm sleeping with other women don't mean I don't love my woman. Yeah, you love her like your favorite pair of socks. And just like you change them socks out after you done got you a few good wears, because you got to wash them one night so you can put them back on, stank feet. That's how you love your woman. Like your favorite pair of socks. It ain't no more than that. It ain't no more than that. Because guess what? Every time you go lie down with another woman, you put your woman's life in danger. So how you love this woman and you risking her life? Oh, well, I ain't scrapping up. I ain't doing it unprotected. It don't matter. Because you can't, that right there, that contraceptive don't protect you from demons. Don't protect you from the spiritual warfare. Because when you touching this woman over here, you don't know what she done been through. You don't know because you a bad judge of character. You know why you a bad judge of character, my boy? Because you ain't got no character. You ain't got no character. You's a grown boy, so you can't judge character. So you touching this woman, but this woman might be slap crazy. She might be 2 fries short of a Happy Meal. And so now this woman over here come to your woman and loose the lug nuts on her tires. Put sugar in her tank. No, she ain't putting sugar in the tank. She just done loose up all the tires. Now your woman going 70 miles an hour on I-75 and end up on the side of the road. Dead as a doorknob because of your transgression. Or you get this woman over here and she just real smooth. She real smooth and you slide in her unprotected one night. You done caught something in your body. Don't even know you got it yet. Because it don't even show the signs in you the same way it show in a woman. And then you go and deposit it into your woman that you say you love, that you claim to love. Boy, you don't know what love is. Because you ain't never had real love. See, you come from savages. So what y'all call love is self-hate. That's not love, my boy. That's self-hate. Hey, get this together, man. Man, come on, man. Hey, this Tony Gaskins. I got to go. I got to record my audio book, A Woman's Influence. Make sure you pre-order the book, A Woman's Influence. My wife and I wrote it. It comes out on April 7th. If you need a coach, we also got therapists. Visit mymentor.life. Mymentor.life, not .com. It's mymentor.life. And book you a coach. Scroll through all the coaches. Some of the coaches are also therapists, counselors. If y'all in the same state, then they can do therapy with you. There's certain laws to therapy that don't apply to coaching. But visit mymentor.life and get you some help today. Especially if you one of them women that's on the phone arguing with another woman about your sorry, no good man that don't love neither one of y'all. Get you some help. And if you one of these men out here telling these lies, talking about it's all right to have multiple women. And I could love the two women. And just because I'm sleeping with other women don't mean I don't love. Get you some help, my boy. Get you some help. You need some help, okay? You got to deal with them daddy issues because your daddy ran out on your mama. That's just point blank period. You got to deal with that, my boy. Okay, you got to deal with your abandonment issues. You got to deal with your lack of self-love. You got to deal with that self-hate. Listen to what I'm telling you. Deal with that. Mymentor.life. Hey, this is Tony Gaskin. God bless you.